All right, so you guys saw what it was like to solve a system when they are both equal to y. We just set them equal to each other and then it just becomes a multi-step equation. But what if they're not both equal to y? This is where it's kind of easier to see where the term substitution comes into play, because you are literally substituting or replacing this y value. This is the same thing as y, okay? I'm going to replace it in for this y. Okay, so that means wherever I see a y in this other equation, I'm going to replace it with 2x plus 1. Because like the other video said, you cannot solve for a variable if there are two variables. You have to only have one. So we're getting rid of the y and making it all x's. So I'm going to rewrite this. I have 2x plus 3, and instead of y, because remember we only want one variable, so we're gonna use x for first. Instead of y, we're going to put 2x plus 1. So remember that was our y. So 2x plus 3, and then instead of y, 2x plus 1. And then I'm just going to rewrite my negative 13. Okay. And we have another multi-step equation. I see that I have to distribute. So I'm going to drop down this 2x plus 3 times 2x is 6x plus 3 times 1 is 3. I'm not even going to bother writing this negative 13 because I still have to combine these two. So that's 8x plus 3 equals negative 13. And we just have a two-step equation. So minus 3, get rid of that constant. And then I have 8x equals negative 16. To get rid of that multiplication, that's 8 times x, I divide. I'm hoping you guys are seeing all of the connections that are happening. We've done these multi-step equations so many times. So really the only new concept is plugging in a number for y, or plugging in a expression for y, the 2x plus 1. And then everything else we've done before. Divide by 8, and then x equals negative 2. Okay, so that is the first part of our answer, because remember, we're not done with the solution for a system until we've gotten an x and a y. So now, well, okay, so we have x, we need a y. But how do we find a y? So we're going to look through here and ask ourselves, what do I have that tells me what y equals? Okay, right there. Y equals 2 times whatever your x is plus 1. You could plug in here if you were feeling, you know, a little dangerous. You could plug in that negative 2, 2 times negative 2, plus 3y equals negative 13, and then solve if you really wanted to. Totally unnecessary, because right here your y variable is already by itself. So all you have to do, I'm going to just drop this down here. Y equals 2, and then my x that we just found was negative 2. And then, what was it? Plus 1. Okay. And then 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, plus 1 is y equals negative 3. And so then the rest of that solution is done. Okay, so then my solution is x comma y. Negative 2, negative 3. That is where these two lines intersect.